Essential to the technique also is finger picking. So you could get definition between the different parts of the chord. So I use the thumb to sound the 5th string and the index, middle, and ring for the G, G, and B strings. And sometimes I'll stay in that sort of claw position. But it's nice to alternate it with a strum with the fingertips. To get some variety in the sound. So I begin with our root position B chord and alternate. With the added notes, that makes E over B. So that's B to E over B. Then it goes to the 5 chord, F sharp, that's barring across the 11th fret. So you're going to quickly go between the 2 shapes. 4 chord, E, that's at the 9th fret. So you go from E to F sharp. But the only other lick in the tune is the lick that he plays on the chorus. It's a really nice melodic lick that takes advantage of the open tuning. I'm going to play the longer version that occurs before the guitar solo. Here it is. So I begin by holding the 1st fret of the B string. So that's sounding the 4 chord, so this is E in the key of B. Which coincidentally would be like C if you think of it transposing like that's a G chord. So we have 1st fret of the B string. And after picking the open G and the B, you're going to hammer on 2nd fret of the G string. And then we do the same thing over on the D string. And then while you allow that G string to ring, sliding up and down, 4th, 2nd, open on the 5th string. And then you end it. Quick hammer on the D string, 2 frets higher. So one more time. And it goes back to the main rhythm part. All right, let's wrap up with a look at another open tuning that Keith likes to use for his rhythm parts, and this would be open D. An open D tuning, similar to open G. We have the 6th string is D. 5th string goes back to A. 4th string's D. 3rd string goes down a half step to F sharp. 2nd string goes down a whole step to A. 1st string is down a whole step to D. Strum across all the strings, you get a D chord. So the notes are D, A, D, F sharp, A, and D. So just as we had added 2 fingers in the open G tuning, we're going to do the same thing in open D tuning, except we're going to move over. Instead of adding them on the D and the B string, we're going to add them on the A and the G string. So if this is a D chord, you go 2 frets higher on the A and 1 fret higher on the G. And this is a G chord. This is G over D. Move that up to the 3rd fret. That's F. And that's B flat with an F bass. 2 more frets. That's G. That's C. 2 more frets. This is A. Add the 2 fingers. That's D. Let's move up to the 10th fret. This is C. That's F. And then you're back to your root position. You'll hear Keith use these chord forms in this tuning in Street Fighting Man. Here's an example along those lines. So I start out with that C chord barred at the 10th fret and add this form to get F over C. Play a syncopated rhythm alternating between the two. Then when I go to the 5 chord, which is G right here, I move that raised note from the 5th to the 4th string. So I get G, sus2, sus4. And then I resolve back to D. All right, I hope you've enjoyed this look into the incredible rhythm guitar playing of Keith Richards. Be sure to check out the complete transcription of Tumbling Dice in this issue.